What's up, my peeps? Thank you so much for tuning back in. If you're viewing this, listening to this, I don't know, however you're intaking this, you know what I'm saying? So, first, I'm gonna tell you guys, I sound, I think, a little bit congested or something. I have allergies. I woke up with fucking allergies this morning, and I don't know why, because I usually get allergies when I have like dairy, like when I have cheese or something like that. But I don't think I had any. I don't fucking know, but if I sound a little bit, congested or whatever, I have my little orange juice. Not little, I mean, it's kind of a big cup. But, I was gonna make some tea, but I was like, I already have my orange juice. I'll have the tea after or something just to like help me. It's just sneezing, to be honest. It's just the allergies, but it's so annoying. Like while I was doing my makeup, I just keep sneezing and then I have to like fix it. I mean, I only did powder, so it's like it doesn't really come off easily as like foundation. I feel like when you are wearing foundation, it just kind of smears, but with powder, it doesn't really smear anything. So I mean, it's like whatever. But yeah, that was really annoying. And I was like, fuck, dude, like, I don't want to be sneezing during the podcast. But if I do, my bad. Just say a little bless you for me. uh, but chat. So, I mean, the orange juice usually does help me. It gives me energy too, like, I'm just like, fuck my allergies, but the allergies ain't gonna stop me hunting. Mm-mm. We got stuff to do today. I got my goals already. I already did some of them, posted, creating content, doing the podcast. You feel me? But yeah. So cheers with the juice. Are you guys drinking some juice? What are you guys sipping on right now? This sometimes it gives me like mimosa vibes, but not mimosa. Okay, I haven't had a mimosa in like a cool minute, which goes into today's podcast. I'm gonna be talking about why I quit drinking alcohol. Why I stopped the party life. You know what I'm saying? Because if you guys, if you've been following me and watched like my old vlogs and stuff like that, dude, I was pretty wild. No, I was crazy, dude. I was wild and like there was no tomorrow. Honestly, if you ever dealt with drunk Liz, I'm so sorry. No, but yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be talking about today. Just because you guys, I just like, hey, if you want to drink, go ahead. Like, when I tell you guys something, it's not like I'm telling you to do it, or whatever. It's just like my experience, things that I do, like why I did them. Hopefully it inspires you. Like, I am maybe if you're like trying to quit, or you just want to stop, or you're kind of thinking about it, like, dude, what am I kind of doing? You know what I'm saying? It's just inspo. Like, I'm not telling you guys stop drinking, which you guys should, but because it is an issue, you guys. Like, why are you guys drinking? Ask yourself, why are you drinking? Because it's fun? Because it helps you escape reality? Because you feel more relaxed? Whatever, I don't fucking know. But it's like a depressant, you guys. Like, it just sucks your soul. Like, all these spirits are like trying to take over you when you drink, like, dude, it's just crazy. Like, it's wild, but I'm just gonna like share with you guys my experience, like why I stopped, because I'm telling you guys, I was like, enough is enough, dude. Like, because you have to realize when you have a problem, like you have a problem when it just gets out of control, when you're consuming it. If you're consuming it every day, like, that's a problem. Like, if you act out of character, saying mean stuff to, I don't know, if you're with your partner, to your family, your friends, when you're intoxicated, that's a problem. If you wake up the next day like shit, not 100%, that's a problem. Like, ask yourself, like, why are you drinking, dude? Like, there ain't no fun in that. Like, you know so I'm just gonna be talking about that. Where do I even start? Like, I guess when I started drinking, you guys, oh my God. I literally started drinking like really, really young. Like, I tried alcohol like when I was like under 10 years old, to be honest. It was just always around me, always accessible. If I asked to try it, they let me try it, and then after I was like, oh, let me get like a shot or half a shot, just like not really trying it, but like sipping it. And, they were obviously like sipping it, like tampoco, but then that's when I would start taking it, drinking it, like, in my room or something in the bathroom. Like, you guys, my first time getting drunk was like 10, 11 years old, dude. Like, that is so young. Like, that is crazy. Looking back at it now, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck for my parents letting me fucking try it. But whatever. um, but yeah, dude, like, I was that young the first time I got drunk. It was at a wedding, at one of my uncle's wedding. And I was with one of my cousins. And I mean, I already sipped. Like, I was like, dude, like, I'm gonna go get some alcohol, like some drinks. Because I saw people drinking it and just, like getting hyphy, like, just having a good time, and I kind of wanted to feel like that. So, we were, I would ask for it, and if they would give me a little bit, okay, but then I would go to the table and steal their drink and go to the bathroom and drink it. And dude, that night we had like, I remember having beer, but I would try to put it in like the red cups. But mainly that night we had cranberry juice with probably tequila. I don't know what it was. And dude, I remember, dude, so vividly drinking it in the bathroom, literally, and especially because we were chugging it. We wouldn't like sip it like, you know. Obviously, I was getting drunk off of like 2 drinks. So dude, I had my shower and I was like, dude, we're chugging this shit. So yeah, that was like my first time getting drunk. You guys, I really suggest not to do that. Don't do that. Don't start drinking really young. There's really no point in drinking. And then I got suspended in 6th grade, dude. That's 11 years old, I think. 11? Yeah, it's 11 years old. I got suspended in middle school, 6th grade, dude, for drinking alcohol at school. Like, who the fuck does that? Literally, who the fuck was that? Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck was I? And it was my idea. Like, I was like, dude, let's bring some drink. Let's sip at school. Like, dude, who the fuck does that in 6th grade? Like, literally. Dude, once I just started, you guys, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, dude, I was in. Like, I was like, dude, this shit is great. And, I mean, I didn't have, like, the perfect, smoothest childhood. So that was also kind of like a thing, I just wanted to get fucked up, dude. I just wanted to have a good time, Según a good time. That was not a good time. So, like, dude, who the fuck does that? And, dude, literally then, like, I was just sipping, dude, like, drinking whenever the fuck I can, getting alcohol from, my parents had, like, this, Eduardo had, like, a collection of, like, bottles and stuff like that. So, the open ones, I'd be like, pour up a little bit. Literally, dude, take it to my room, the bathroom, and drink. And he would drink too, a lot. So, I always saw him drinking and stuff like that. And he would always just have it there, like, in the table. And I'd be like, dude, let me just take a sip. Like, let me get a sip, And I remember the little bottles too. They had them, like, all over the house. They were, like, these little bottles. The mini ones? Dude, I would open those bitches and chug them, dude. Dude, it was just wild. Like, literally wild. I couldn't wait till parties, family parties or whatever, because I knew there was going to be drink. You know what I mean? At the parties, who doesn't have drink? My family has a lot of sippers, you know? So I was like, dude, I'm ready to get fucked. Like, you know, like, who the fuck thinks like that, you guys? Like, that's when, like, you should realize that's, like, a problem. You know, obviously I was young and, like, I didn't know better. Nobody was really telling me better. You know, like, when I got suspended from school, Rita was just like, and it's funny. Rita, dude, at 11 years old, you know, Rita was like, oh, can you guys hear the kids outside? My bad, guys. They literally weren't out here. I saw them earlier, but I was like, oh, they'll probably go. I mean, if you hear them, my bad. But those are my neighbors. Anywho, when I got suspended, she was like, why do you do it? Like, why did you do it at school? At school. She's like, I let you try it, you know, at home. Like, are you serious? You know? She was basically just telling me, like, why at school? Like, you know, you should have known better. You were going to get in trouble. And I was like, dude, I mean, I don't fucking know. Like, you know, I wanted to take it to school. I wanted to sip at school. I wanted to have a fun time at school, you know? But that's just crazy, dude. Like, I'm like, dude, 11 years old, getting suspended at school for drinking, dude. Whatever, you know? But yeah, you guys, like, after that, I mean, it was just, like, I was just sipping, dude. I was literally 21 at, like, 15 years old. You know? I was just sipping and sipping. Once I hit 15, dude, I got drunk as fucking like 15. Like, blasted. I think that was my first time blacking out. Like, blacking out. I was, you know, just getting, like, drunk before, you know, like, buzzed or whatever. But that was, like, my first time blacking out. Like, I don't remember my 15. I really don't, dude. Because, I mean, maybe I'll do a 15 video or something one day explaining about it or whatever, because I didn't really want one, you know? But I was like, you know, shit, if it's going to be there and it's a party, let's get fucked up, you know? I just, like, put party equals getting fucked up, you know? So, dude, I got blasted, and like, when I was 15, when I turned 15, it was like, I turned 21, dude. And then after that, it was like getting, like, blacked out. At that point, it wasn't like, let me just get drunk anymore, you know? Let me just get a little bit buzzed. Fuck no, dude. If I was drinking, it was to black the fuck out. And, you know, I turned 15. I was going to quinces. And I was getting fucked up at quinces, dude. I was, like, the one that always kind of had the drink. Because I was just, you know, like, if I'd ask Rita for a bottle, like, she'd get it for me, you know? And it's crazy because, like, who the fuck buys their 15-year-old a bottle? You know, but whatever, I mean, it's cool, eh? I had a good time at that time, I guess. I don't fucking know. But, you know, like, that's another thing, too. Like, I'm not blaming her or anything, like, fuck no. But it's like, you know, that's when, like, you should think. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, at that age, like, they don't tell you stuff, like, about, you know, self-reflection, you know, what that can really cost to your body, you know. At, like, 15 or whatever, you know, when you're going out, you're going to quinces, it's like, oh, let me just go have a good time, you know, let me have a couple drinks and, like, you know, loosen up or whatever, you know. They don't tell you about, like, the, like, bad things of alcohol, you know what I'm saying? They don't tell you what that will cause. They don't tell you about mental health for you to see, oh, am I drinking because of this? Because I want to escape reality, you know? So it's just, that's why it's important to, like, you know, talk about that stuff. Like, what, like, at school, why can't they talk about, they have sex ed or whatever, health class that doesn't even really teach you about your health or anything. They tell you about sex, how to protect yourself, this and that. And it's like, dude, why are you teaching that? If you're teaching that and like exposing it, you're exposing it to them, and they're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't they teach about mental health? Dude, I think they even talk about sex in middle school. Do they? Maybe even fucking elementary school. I feel like at the endish of 5th grade is when they started talking about it. Because they used to have, what was it, DARE? For me, it was DARE. It was like, I don't even know what it means. I think the D is for drugs. I don't know. Wait, what's DARE? Drugs, alcohol. Honestly, I don't know what it means. Should we look it up? Let me see if it comes up. Oh, I barely get service here. Let me see. Because I remember that. DARE. No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say, you guys. Oh, let me see. Right here. To resist. No. Drug abuse resistance education. Drug abuse resistance education, I guess. But it was just, I think, a little bit. Because I remember we had shirts. I don't even really remember like that. But I guess they, I don't even know what they teach there. But, like, go more in depth into that. Like, expand that, because that's like, I mean, dude, nowadays people are fucking, little kids are just drinking, doing drugs, smoking hella young. Like, hella young. I was probably like the only one sipping at that age, because I know when I got suspended with 2 other girls, like, it was my idea, like, it was my idea. They've never, I think, drank like that. And one of them said that was like her first time. And I was like, fuck, like, I mean, whatever. But yeah, so, after that, like, after 15, I was going to quinces, this and that. And it just, I mean, I was just drinking. I wasn't doing drugs or anything like that. Because I just knew, I kind of knew already, what alcohol was, it was getting me fucked up, So it was like, that was kind of fine for me at the time. I didn't smoke. I started smoking like after high school, like 18. Yeah. And, so I was just, dude, alcohol was like my thing, dude. I loved alcohol. Like, I was like, dude. And I already knew like how it worked, like I knew my tolerance. I knew like which ones I fucked with, which ones I didn't, but you guys, like, I just didn't understand. And like, looking back, I'm like, dude, I had a problem like at that age. Like, I was already getting like blacked the fuck out at like 15. And, obviously the next day, dude, like, I felt like shit. Like, I'd be throwing up and all this stuff. And it's like, dude, like, that is a problem, But obviously, like, back then, I'm telling you, like, it was just like, I'm having fun. Like, fuck it, whatever. Like, I didn't think about it because nobody, there was like no one telling me, like, nothing saying like, oh, alcohol is, bad for you, like, it's a depressant, this and that. And I feel like because since I was always drinking, dude, since at a really young age, I wasn't always present in the present moment, so it's like, yeah, things were happening, horrible things were happening, like this and that, but I always kind of stayed, just chill or whatever, because I was just like drunk, like I'd be buzzed, and it's like I was out of this world, the spirits took over me. And I was like, I wasn't here, and I wasn't really like, reflecting. I wasn't really experiencing through everything, like really taking it in, which is why how I mentioned in, I think it was my past episode, or I don't know, was it my past one? I think, it was my past one, that when anxiety really, really hit me was when I quit. Why? Because, and I was like sober, dude. Like, I've been drinking all these years. Literally. Like, dude, since I was 21, when I was gonna turn 21, you guys, like, before, dude, I was already going to clubs at 17, 18. Going to strip clubs at like 16, 17 years old. Like, you guys, dude, I had a wild, wild ride. And, so I was just partying, dude. Like, before going to clubs, I was able to go to some, but, I couldn't be out like that because I didn't have, I wasn't the age. I wasn't going in legally, I was buying alcohol. I just couldn't wait to be 21 to legally buy alcohol, like me buying it, me legally. But before that, like, well, I think at 18, no, at 18, you can start going into some clubs. I know strip clubs, yeah, I think, I don't know yet. But at 18, there was this club in the city nights. Dude, I was there every weekend. And I wouldn't go out to really like dance or anything like that because I wouldn't really dance. I just go out, dude, to get fucked up. Just literally just to drink, And when we weren't going to when I wasn't going to clubs, dude, we were like with a whole little crew. At that time, I was like, with a little certain crew. And we just buy our beer packs, get some couple bottles, hit a little cut, and literally do sip the whole night. Like, sometimes I wouldn't even go home. I drink literally for like the whole weekend straight, and that's like me just being drunk, like these bad spirits taking over me, like me not being in the present moment, And it was wild, like looking back at it now, like I see, dude, like that is, crazy. Like, I was living the party life, you guys. I was living the party life. I was partying, dude, and partying hard. I was partying like there was no tomorrow, And when people say like live like there's no tomorrow, like YOLO, this and that, it means like take risks, like literally do what you truly love. It doesn't mean party like there's no tomorrow, like, and that's how I thought before. I thought like, oh, YOLO, like, like live like there's no tomorrow. I thought it was like partying up, like live it up in the party life like there's no tomorrow, because I was like, dude, like, fuck it, why not? Like, that's literally how I thought. I was like, dude, like, but it really ain't like that, you guys. Like, the party life wasn't benefiting me at all. It was just making me feel more like shit, And at that time, I got like a real job at 18. Was it 17 or 18? Not too sure. But, dude, I was like, I want Monday to Friday because on the weekend, I ain't trying to work because I'm trying to party. Like, that's a problem, Like, what the fuck? Like, I chose to party instead of work. And then when I did get a job, I got a second job, and it like they required weekends, but I was like, dude, I can only work Saturdays in the morning and no Sundays. Why? Because I didn't want to work late afternoon Saturday or night because I wanted to go out, and I didn't want to work Sundays because either I didn't finish partying and I was partying till like Monday, or I knew I was going to wake up the next day hungover as fuck. Like, you guys, that is a fucking problem. Like, what the fuck? But at my job too, I was like, dude, I never made it seem like I drank or anything, or I partied. Like, if they'd ask me to go out, I'd be like, no, because I wouldn't really go out to like socialize and like go with a big crew, and like hang out with my friends, dance, this and that. Like, no. Like, I just wanted to drink, And dude, at that point, It was like if nobody was down to drink with me, I would literally drink by myself. And that, the camera got overheated, my peeps. But where was I? I was talking about like going out with people that they didn't want to go out. I started drinking just by myself, you guys, like, and that's a problem. Well, I was talking about like problems, I guess, right? I don't know, but yeah, I mean, once I was like, dude, like 19, I was just fucking literally like drinking every weekend, if I could, every day, you know? And oh, I think I was talking about like my jobs too and stuff like that. Oh, how like I would say I couldn't work Sunday and that's and only the morning of Saturdays, cause dude, like I at that time I was like, dude, I need to make time for my party life, you know, and like, dude, like that's sad. That's living the sad life. That's a sad life, especially if I was like drinking by myself. Like I wasn't honestly, you guys, like I was at that time, you know, like I'm 19, 20 already, and it's like, you know, I know stuff, I see stuff, I'm a little bit more aware, and I was like, I don't really want to face it, you know. I just had like a lot of buildup in me, you know, like anger and stuff like that. And at that point, it wasn't just like, you know, when I was like 15, like drinking to have a good time, you know, I was drinking to escape, you know, to not feel certain feelings. And, you know, obviously at that point, it's like you don't really think about it, you know, because nobody really tells you, you know, to face your feelings, face your fears. Um, you know, you don't want it to build up. You want to let it go, you know, express your true emotions and stuff like that. But instead, you just drink it away, you know? You literally just drink to escape and not feel, you know? And especially, you know, if, you know, I mean, I was working. It wasn't something I wanted to work in. So it was like, okay, go to work at a like stressful job or a job you don't like, and then just come home and sip it away, you know? Like pretend like there's no issue, no problem. Not instead, you know, you're drinking instead and not finding another work for yourself or working on yourself, you know, to get rid of that job or just to look for something else, you know? So that's when like it started getting bad, you know? Once I hit 21, it was over. It was over. I I was going out, dude, every weekend. Like I'm telling you, I've been 21 since like I was 15. But, you know, turning 21, I wasn't even excited, you know how like people go big and like go to Vegas. I mean, I don't like Vegas. I went once, but I didn't even really like it like that. Cuz Vegas is just like why go to Vegas? Literally like hot girl summer to go with your guy friends, go with a clique, like for what? Just to get fucked up, just to escape your reality at home. Go to this little town, get fucked up, this and that, feel like shit, and then come back home and then feel even worse. You know? So like I turned 21, and it was like, yo, I didn't you know, like I didn't do like a big thing or anything like that. It wasn't like, oh my god, you know, like, because I was already 21 since I was like 15, dude. Like I was already living that party life. I had already experienced hella shit, you know. I was already getting blacked out. Turning 21 was just, it just made me buying alcohol legally, you know. and using my real ID, going into the clubs, without, just, it was just legal for me to go out to the clubs, buy my alcohol, this and that. And dude, I was going out, you guys, like every fucking weekend, starting like Thursday, and I mean, I'd go out on the weekends, but even, you guys, like, I would drink every day. Like, I didn't know nothing else but drinking. Like, people knew me as like the drinking person, like, the hype, the person always down to sip, because I would give, it'd be, just a regular normal Monday, and I'm over here getting blacked out, because I wouldn't just drink occasionally, you guys. I wouldn't just have like one beer. I'd have a fucking 12, 24 pack, Like, I'd pop a bottle open like fucking 10 a.m., And like, that's a problem. That is a problem. People are making it like a hype now. Let's go to brunch and get mimosas and get fucked up at like 10, 12, Let's start the hype early, this and that. That's not a hype. That is not cool. I thought it was cool back then. I was like, 10 a.m., watch me pop this bottle open at like 8 in the morning. Like, literally, you guys. Because, I'd feel like shit. And I was like, okay, well, the only way that I thought back then was to not feel like shit, not feel it, whatever, was just to keep drinking, to not feel anything, to get numb, And that is not the case. Like, that is not cool, That is a problem. Drinking every day is a problem. I was drinking every day, you guys, and going out, and I wasn't me. Like, I wasn't me. People would be like, oh, dude, you're hella lit, this and that. Like, you're so cool, this and that. Yeah, but that was drunk, Liz. Like, you didn't know me sober. I didn't even know me sober, So this person was, I don't even know who, you guys, like, I was a whole different person. I would do shit that I would regret the next day. I literally make a fool out of myself, because that's what you do with alcohol. You are not you. These spirits are literally taking over you. You're acting like a fool, causing fights, arguing, breaking a nail, breaking your ankle, falling, like, literally the craziest shit, And once COVID hit, that was like, what, 2-3 years ago, almost 3. That was like, what, 2020? That was like 2020. I was 23 years old. So that's just, like 2 years after 21. You guys, during those 2 years, I didn't know what sober was. I literally didn't. I was then not only drinking alcohol, but doing a certain drug. I was abusing of it. I was smoking weed. Like, doing all this shit at once, you guys. Like, I would get fucking crossfaded, dude. Like, I'd be fucking on one. Like, on one. And I didn't know what sober was. Like, I wasn't here, you guys. Like, I was, like, out of this world, But, and that's what I wanted, because I was aware, I was aware of what alcohol was doing to, what these drugs were doing. What getting crossfaded would make me do. But I didn't give a fuck. I was like, dude, I'd rather do that than face this, than face me, And, dude, like, you guys, thinking about it now, like, looking back, I'm like, damn, like, all that alcohol I put into my body all those years. Like, that is fucking wild. That is insane. And I'm like disgusted, like, dude, like, how was I able to put that into my body all those years? Like, literally every day. That is insane. Like, that is crazy. Obviously now, like, I know better. I've changed. I've quit. You know, I stopped when it was the beginning of COVID. That was like early, like March, April of the year in 2020. And, you know, everything closed. The bar, literally, I mean, everything shut down. You know, we were in the pandemic. And I couldn't go out. So I was like, dude, what the fuck now? Like, where's the hype going to be at? My garage. That's where the fuck the hype was, you know? And I just kept drinking. And it was like, you know, then later on, it was like maybe like August or something. I was like, dude, like, because during those months, you know, nobody was working. Well, a lot of people weren't working. And, you know, I was like home and I was just drinking. And, you know, it wasn't like, okay, I was going to work and then coming home and just drink, you know? And I was like, okay, well, what the fuck am I doing, you know? And it's like I wanted change. And I thought I could, you know, still do it even though I'm drinking. Because, like I said in another podcast, how I would go to school hella drunk and stuff. You know, like I thought because I was going to school, you know, I had my shit together, this and that, like alcohol was just, you know, like it's okay if I drank because I was still going to school. I was still doing my shit then. I was still getting my shit then, you know? But I was like, okay, I'm kind of not, you know, like alcohol is not really better. Like, is that my goal, to drink like my whole life? Like to just drink my life away, you know? And I thought about it and I was like, dude, like it really got to me. And I was like, fuck, like what the fuck, you know? Because at that point I was just doing hella shit and I was like, yo, like I need to do something now. And I tried stopping. This was like in 2020 August, and it didn't really work out because you guys, like at that point I was like, okay, I have a problem because I was going through it. Like you go through it, I'm not gonna lie, it's tough because especially that's all I knew, you guys. Like I was going out every fucking weekend. Every weekend, you know? All the time I was drinking like every day. Literally. During COVID, like those first few months, I was drinking every fucking day. I was having like a 24 pack like every day. You know? It was insane. And then when in August came, I was like, I tried to stop. I think it was August. And that only lasted maybe like a month or something where I didn't really sip. But I was like, okay, it was more like me. I was like, I thought about it like, let me just try stopping, you know, like I'm not going to drink every day, just the weekends again, you know. And it was hard, especially because everybody around me was still sipping. Literally, like people would come over and all they would do was like drink, you know, because it was a hype garage, you know, like that was the hype. Like, you know, you wanted to sip, slide through, you know, like we would all get together here in my garage. And I'd say no, and it's people would be like, oh dude, like what the fuck, come on, just one, this and that, you know. And I'd be like, fuck it, you know. I still didn't have self-control. And then still, you know, they'd be like, don't be a puss, this and that. I'd be like, dude, do not call me a puss, you know, because I felt like I had this like image that I didn't really want to break, you know. Like shit, I was a sipper. Like I could handle my liquor. Like I had a really high tolerance, you know. Like I'd be taking shots after shots after shots. You know what I'm saying? So I would outdrink you, you know. And it's like I had that image still, and I was like what the fuck? This person ain't gonna. You think you can outdrink me? Like no, you know. And you guys, like that is not cool at all. There's nothing cool about that, you know. So it was just hard because everybody around me was still drinking and it was tough, you know? So then I kind of just started sipping again. I think I stopped smoking during that time too. And you guys, like it was fucking, like when I was in, like, you go through it, you guys. I went through it, like it was tough. Like I had the withdrawals, you know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking crazy and it's insane because it really does happen, you know. And then whatever I went back at it, it wasn't like bad. I mean, it kind of was, but it wasn't like me drinking every day, but it was still like, oh, if I was going out on the weekend or whatever, it was like me getting blacked out. You know, if I was drinking, it was like, it wasn't just also just getting buzzed, this and that, it was getting blacked out. And that's what I say about you are who you hang out with and who you surround yourself with, because there's always parties going on, you know, but you have the choice. Do you want to go or not? And you could go and not sip, but if you don't have the self-control, don't go, you know? I'd go and be like, okay, I'm not gonna drink, come out of the party, blacked out as fuck, you know, because I still didn't have self-control. And, you know, like, it's best just don't surround yourself around with that people. Say no. If they get mad or they're like, oh, you know, like, you ain't a good friend or this and that we were homies, da 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 da. That ain't your homie. Like, that is not your friend. Your friend wouldn't do that to you, you know? Like, if they want to sip, go ahead, but, you know, you're trying to just better yourself. And alcohol is it's just gonna make you feel worse, you know? Like, it's just bad. And we're in 2022 right now. In 2021, like, towards the middle, I think it was, of the year, because I didn't drink for my birthday last year, and I think that was the first birthday I didn't drink. Because 2020, I got fucked up. 2021, I didn't. That was my first birthday, you guys. 2021 was my first birthday since I don't fucking know when. I can't remember the last time where I wasn't fucked up, you know? I mean, I smoked, but I didn't drink. Because at that point, I was just like, alcohol just ain't fun anymore. You realize, dude, like, you just have to grow up. Like, that party life ain't forever. That party life, I suggest don't even enter the party life, because it's hard to get out of it. Like, it's tough, you know? You get introduced to alcohol, you start doing alcohol, and then you start getting introduced to drugs and all these other things, you know? All these other depressants and all these other things that can just numb the pain. Like, no, you want to feel it, and it's hard, you guys. Like, it's hard, but yeah, we're here to support. You know, I support you guys. You guys can do it if you're trying to quit, if you're trying to stop. You know what I'm saying? And because it's tough, you know, like, it is tough, especially doing it on your own. It's really, really tough. And it's hard, you know? And that's when I started, like, searching of other better habits, what I can do to better myself, you know, what I can do to really connect with myself, get to the root cause of it. Why did I do it? Like, you know, just let go of all these emotional feelings, all these emotional buildups. You know, that's when I started meditating. That's when I started journaling. That's when I started doing other things, you know. I was creative before, and I was still doing makeup and stuff like that, but I was like, I know I'm more creative, and I wanted to do other stuff. So I was like, let me just do whatever my heart desires, what I want to do, what makes me happy, you know? Doing other real fun things for me, not drinking, because that is not fun at all. Like, you know, you just realize, like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like, is this really how I want to live? You know? And the last time I got fucked up, like blacked out, was in December of 2021. So that's kind of recent, you know, 6 months ago. And you guys, after that, like, that was my first time getting blacked out in a couple months, you know? But it was like Eduardo's 21st birthday, and I was like, dude, fuck it, we're living it up, you know? But it ain't even like that. Like, that's not living it up. Like, getting fucked up for what? You know, I don't remember the fucking party. Wait, is it focused? The camera overheated again, you guys, and the camera's almost dying. So I need to speed it up a little bit here. Now I'm like, fuck, where the fuck was I? But I mean, we're getting towards the end already. So yeah, where was I? I was like, oh, when I officially stopped, quit, or whatever. Well, okay, It was Eduardo's 21st, and like I said, that was December 2021. We're in like July already, 2022. Are we in July? Yeah, we are. And you guys, after that night, I was like, never fucking again. Like, I've tried stuff after that. Haven't took like a full ass shot or anything like that, but there was this wine that we got, and I just wanted to take a little sip just to try it. Because you guys, now I just think about it like as, okay, I give a fuck about my health now, because back then it's like, dude, I really didn't give a fuck about it. Like, I was basically saying fuck my health because, of all that shit I was intaking, of all the drinking and stuff like that. And the next day, I just felt like shit, dude. I was like, dude, like, obviously when you start getting older, it's like you can't hang the same. And I was just like, dude, this shit is fucking crucial. Like, I wanted to cry so bad. And I was just like, dude, like, I've never felt that bad before, you guys, like, ever, I just kept yakking. And I was like, dude, what else the fuck? Like, what else can I yak, dude? Like, it was horrible. And I'm like, dude, like, for what? Like, even just have a couple sips or something. I'm like, for what? Like, there really ain't no point, And like a little cocktail, whatever, I've never been a fan of those because I don't really like juice or anything like that. And then just the sugar that they put in, or like soda and stuff like that, I've just never been a fan, So it's not like now it's like I know, like I've learned my lesson, literally. And it's not like quit. I I mean, it's because if I quit, that means like never again, I mean, it's not like I'm drinking occasionally. Fuck no. Like, I just don't drink at all anymore. I guess you could say I quit, but it's just like, like when there's like rompope, what's that called in English? Eggnog or whatever. Like, I like that with like some gelatin sometimes or whatever, but I don't even have like that. But, like I would want to have that, and that contains alcohol, but it's not like a lot, and it's not like I'm occasionally drinking here or there, having a night out with the girls. I mean, what girls? I don't really talk to nobody, but um, but like, I just really don't drink at all anymore. Like, people ask me, and I'm like, no, like I'm good, and because I want my self control, I wanted this self control that I have now, you know. I could say no. You could say no. You could be around others, You just really have to heal inside, you know. Like, at first it is hard, but, you have to be consistent. Like, I know I'm never going to drink like that again, ever. I never plan on just getting drunk or a little buzzed or anything like that because I don't see any point in it, I've done it all. I've literally done it all. I started at a really young age. And now I have goals, If you could find the time to drink, you can find the time to work on your goals, to work on yourself, to connect with yourself. Because, you guys, the party life is not the life to live, dude. Like, I benefited nothing from it. Like, obviously it taught me a lot, like I learned from it. If you really want to stop, just stop, you guys. Find time to do things that you really want to do. Like, dude, you're just going out and partying every weekend and getting fucked up. Like, why? Why can't you just stay in, work on yourself, connect with yourself, and do other things to better your life, dude? The party life ain't gonna take you nowhere. It's not cool nowadays, dude. It really isn't. Like, I'm not judging anybody, and stuff like that, but like, you're just throwing time away, And dude, it's just like now, you guys, like, I changed my whole perspective on it because, it's honestly bad for your health, bad for your emotional health, bad for your mental health. It's not good for you. it really ain't the life to live. There's nothing cool about it. Like, how is it cool? You know? My bad. I feel like I need some juice now. I can't with these allergies, dude. Mm-mm. I literally told you guys like my whole fucking story. That is my story, and it's just to kind of, tell you guys where I came from and like how I got into it, and like why I stopped, because I wanted control, I was like, dude, I want my health back. Like, I was just tired of running away and escaping, and that wasn't bringing me any more peace. That wasn't bringing me any comfort anymore. Like, it was just, I was literally just losing myself more and more. And I went deep down, dude, and I was like, fuck. Like, I I need to change. And you could change, you guys. It's possible to change. It's, it is like, I could say now I did have a problem. I really, really did, you know, and it was tough. It's a process. And, like, it's been since like 2020 when it's like I wanted to stop, and it wasn't until the end of 2021, literally the end of 2021 in December, when I was like, okay, this is it. You just have to say this is it. You just have to feel it and literally want it. Like, if you want it, it's going to happen. Just have faith, Take self-control. Surround yourself with good people that support you. And if nobody does and everybody around you just keeps partying and telling you all this stuff, then fuck them. Just let them go and do you. Stay low-key. You could do it alone. You can heal alone. They say, like, I don't want to get hella into this, but like, when it's really, really bad, like, to really seek help or whatever. But, like, I felt like it was really bad for me. It really, really was. Maybe I wouldn't have shown it or anything, but like, I know deep down it really was. And, you could help yourself, because you can only heal you. Only you truly feel what you feel. Nobody else is going to feel like you do. And honestly, dude, like I said, I don't want to get hella into this, but like, those that do, I mean, I don't even know where the fuck you would go for help, but like, do they really know? I don't even know. What are they, like, psychologists? I don't fucking know. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, they went to school to learn about this, but they've never went through it, and only you are going through it. You might not know why you started drinking or whatever it is that you're doing, but you can find out, if you get to the root cause. The answer. You might not know it now, but you will find it out. Really connect with yourself. And that's what I'm just trying to do, you guys. Like, if y'all, like, I'm trying to give advice and support and shit. If you need help, like, or if you want somebody to talk to, hit me up. You can comment down below. How was your experience? How are you doing? Because there are people that, I mean, I have been sipping for a lot of years, but there are people that just they really can't get out. Like, it's really tough. But you can do it, guys. Like, you guys can do it. Like I said, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And let's just help each other out. And when you do see somebody trying to stop, don't pressure them. Like, you guys, I had some of the closest people to me, telling me like, oh, like, it's okay, like, just take one, this and that. Or like, dude, it's just to have a fun little time, like, this and that. Like, those are not your friends. Those are not supportive people. Those are not people you want around you. Get away from those people. Just stay low key, dude. Focus on you. Literally just stop. Like, it's tough, you guys. It really is. But y'all can do it. This is like a serious topic, and I feel like, I mean, it's serious, but then people see it as like kind of bad to like talk about it or whatever, because okay, everybody talks about, partying, having a good time, this and that, but what about like the bad effects of, going out and partying all the time? Like, shit's real, like, and all these things that be happening, like things happening to girls, I mean, and guys too, but like, it's strife, that's why you want to be on your 10 toes when like you go out and know who you're going out with, you know because it is crazy out here, my peeps. And I just want you guys to be careful and think about what you're doing. What are you spending your time on? Like my last podcast, if you're finding all that time to just party and like go out, girl, boy, you know, get some other good habits. You know what I'm saying? Watch my last episode. And was it my last episode? No, I think it was my last one before. Yeah, it was the last one before. About my 4 good habits. You know what I'm saying? Check that video out. Check that episode out. And sending you guys peace, love, spread the good vibes. Talk good vibes to others, but do not forget to talk good vibes to yourself daily. Say those affirmations. Have a good start to your week. Peace, my peeps.